All right, let's start this recording on Fantastic Four. Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, man, like it was fantastic.
What'd you say?
Area of entertainment.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family.
Let's get it.
They've done three. This is the third iteration.
Well, here's the thing. It's not just the first family, but it's like the first kind of like team that Stan Lee created for Marvel Comics like all those years ago. It's like the first actual team. This is before the Avengers, before the X-Men. This is actually like the first team.
But the first family.
Yeah.
All right, so this Fantastic Four is the third iteration of Fantastic Four. We had the first ones in the early 2000s, and then we had the reboot, which was garbage. I didn't even see that one, but we all know Ben Grimm has no pants. He's pretty much naked in the movie.
Anyway, we're going to move on.
So Fantastic Four 2025, starring who?
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. We got Vanessa Kirby as the Invisible Woman.
We got Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch.
And we got Eben Moss.
Eben Moss as the Thing.
We got Eben Moss as the Thing. So yeah, let's get into it. I mean, what can we say about this movie? It was
basically
pretty much fantastic.
It was fantastic. But yeah, like basically
it's a good watch. You're not gonna get a lot of action in this movie.
I mean, there was some action sequences, but like it was more like I think just trying to build the world and trying to explain their story and like what they're going through and stuff. Yeah. I think it was good. It's just showing the first family and like
I get the whole world building. This is my biggest gripe is that I get the whole world building, but it almost seems that Marvel is leading for the Fantastic Four to leave their universe because of an incursion or whatever. Yeah. So why are you building that world out when you're gonna destroy it?
Because so we can feel bad.
But the whole point of the movie is that Galactus is going to destroy it, and I get building that world so we could feel bad if he destroys it, but then, no spoilers, shit happens. But
shit happens.
Other than that, I mean, characters were great, story was okay for me.
Yeah.
Like, storyline-wise.
I mean, it's the most popular story in comics,
right.
Like the coming.
It's the build-up, yeah.
It's the coming of Galactus story, and also it's the same thing from the original Fantastic Four from Part 2, kind of the same concept, but it did it in like a better way.
But we also got the child of Reed and
Franklin Richards.
Franklin. So he's a big character in other future Fantastic Four and X-Men movies, and pretty much a lot of the comic book stories. He's a big character, and he's got the power cosmic.
Yeah, basically.
So we don't really want to spoil the movie. We're going to give you our review of it and our number, and then we're going to go into spoilers.
But yeah, just like we said, it was a good movie. Definitely, like, Marvel fan, watch it. It's not one to skip. Unlike,
it's not one to, I mean, I feel like you don't need to watch any other Marvel movies to watch this one. This is a standalone Marvel movie that you will enjoy if you don't know much about Marvel.
And people that are not really fans can just watch it and just enjoy it
and build and kind of get their own take of the people. So yeah, it's definitely a must watch. It is a good movie in my personal opinion. We'll get into spoilers why I give it a 7 out of 10 in my personal scale.
I was kind of gonna say the same thing. I was gonna give it like an 8, but after thinking about it more, I was gonna say the same thing, 7.
So on the AOE scale, it's pretty much a 7. In our terms, it's a good movie. It's not a great movie. It's not amazing. It's better than okay. It's a good movie. Definitely go watch it. And the 7's a good score.
I think it's one of the best Fantastic Four movies.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, but you got to take into context of the time when the first ones came out. Yeah, it's what we had at the time. Yeah. Because it's like we didn't have the MCU and all of this big blockbuster movies like Avengers and stuff like that at the time. We had the original X-Men movies. Those were our superhero movies back in the day.
True.
Now, if you take into account all three of the series, pretty much, this one is definitely the top tier of all of them. Yeah. So that's our score. It's a 7 out of 10. Let's get into spoilers. So spoilers section. They all die.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
No, nobody dies in this movie. Maybe Galactus doesn't. Galactus doesn't even die. He pretty much gets defeated by Reed sending him into a portal to another part of the galaxy with the assistance of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, basically, like, the whole plot of the story is this. It's the same thing. Galactus is coming to Earth because he wants to destroy it. The Silver Surfer is saying, and it's a girl now instead of a guy.
Yeah, so it's not Norrin Rad. It's Shiba.
Yeah, it's his wife basically.
Yeah.
And basically, the whole thing is like she's like, hey, he's coming here to destroy your world. So then they go into space to try to figure out and talk to him, while Sue is pregnant. Which is that scene was kind of like, and it said like, she's the first woman pregnant that goes to space, which is crazy. But anyways, they go talk to him, and then that's when he tells you like, the child with you has the power of cosmic, and if you give me the baby, I'll spare your world, but if you don't, then I'm gonna kill it, destroy it, because Franklin has the power to kill Galactus. That's when they're like, oh no, you're not taking the baby. And then they leave, they escape, and basically the whole thing is now, Galactus is coming, so now we have to basically figure out a way to stop him and survive. And
so I think originally, the whole point is them trying to figure out. So Reed comes up with pretty much one idea, which is let's teleport. So in the beginning of the movie, he develops teleportation pretty much, and he figures out a way to escape Galactus is by teleporting the whole Earth to another part of the galaxy, which will take Galactus another 1,000 years to find them.
Yeah.
So that was his big plan. The world gets together, they come together to build these teleportation devices all around the Earth, and then when they're just about to freaking fire it up, the Silver Surfer comes and destroys all of them but one.
That's when Johnny in this movie I think is more like his asshole type of persona, or his that type of thing that he has is not that crazy prominent in the movie.
Right, not like the first Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he's more like the smart type of
he's a smarter one, yeah.
So and he basically learns the language of the Silver Surfer, and he talks to her, and he's an important character towards her and stuff. And
I felt like that was a side plot that we didn't really need.
I mean, he kind of needed to stop,
he talked to her to kind of convince her, but at the end of the day, the Silver Surfer doesn't have the power to stop Galactus.
Yeah.
So it's him trying to convince her, hey, don't bring Galactus here or whatever. It really doesn't do anything. It only kind of solves itself because she sacrifices herself to destroy Galactus or push him through the portal. Because Johnny was gonna do it, so she sacrificed herself instead of Johnny doing it, which was that kind of tied up that plot, but it was an unnecessary plot.
Yeah, true. The Fantastic Four has been the Fantastic Four for 4 years now.
Right.
So it's not the title that says First Steps. It's not they just became heroes. They've been it for a few years. So there's a whole bunch of villains. You got Mole Man in there, and you got the Underground City, and that's also another thing is Sue is good friends with him, and they're hey, you need to evacuate the city and put them underground.
But it's also it's called First Steps, but it's not the beginning like you said. But
I think it's
for the baby.
Yeah, Franklin, where it's
this is his first steps and his journey to be who he becomes later on.
Towards the end, one person dies.
Who?
Sue Storm dies.
Oh yeah, that's another plot that
But so basically,
this was a good movie. It wasn't we said it. It's not an amazing movie, but
so
she strains herself pretty much. She strains her power limits.
Yeah, so she is trying to use her force field power to kind of push Galactus away from Franklin so Reed can save him. So Reed saves him, but she pushes him so much that she dies.
Right, she strains herself using her powers to push Galactus through the portal, so that way they can transport him outside of their galaxy, pretty much.
And then that's when all the members are crying, they're coping, and then that's when Franklin goes on top of her, and then he brings her back to life.
Right, with the power.
And that basically shows a little portion of his power.
Right, because this whole time Reed's been doing experiments on him.
Yeah,
he's been scanning him, saying listen, none of my scans show you have any powers. You have to show me yourself. The only way you can do that is by trusting me. So he's talking to his son and stuff like that, and this is the only point we actually see the baby have powers. That was pretty much the movie.
Of course there's other
the plot isn't really thick. I mean,
of course there's little details, but they're kind of side plot stuff. You got a plot with the Thing and this girl that works in an orphanage, but that's more his love interest
story,
but something that you just look past. And then there's some other little stuff, but the overall story is just Franklin is born and Galactus is trying to eat the world, and they're hey, trade me the baby or the world, and then they're just trying to defend the world and all that.
They're new parents, so they definitely don't want to give their baby up. Another thing I want to bring up is what you said about Sue Storm, and she's being pretty much the diplomatic portion of the world, pretty much. Yeah. And they do a little Easter egg pan on the countries that are at the panel, and you see a empty seat for Latveria.
Yeah, Latveria.
Which comic book fans will know that's the home of Doctor Doom. Yeah. The original Doctor Doom.
That's a cool scene because it shows like, oh, he's already in the universe.
Right.
And
but I don't think Downey Jr.
No.
is that universe.
Well, we don't know yet.
Because at the end of the movie, if you stick around post credits, you get a little snippet of Dr. Doom visiting Franklin in their home.
The post credit, like it's like 4 years later. So now the Fantastic Four it's like 8 years now, and then Franklin's 4 years old. Yeah. Sue's reading to him. She goes somewhere and then she comes back, and then it's Dr. Doom. Like he took off his mask, and then Franklin's touching his face, and then it just ends like there. Right. And there's just so many questions like, oh, why did he show Franklin's face? Why did he did this? Why did he do that and stuff? And people are saying like
he might want the power cosmic for sure.
Yeah, from
but
that or something.
If Franklin can heal, he probably healed Doctor's face. Then that's when he becomes, you probably can't tell who it is because of his disfigurement. But then he gets healed, and then it becomes,
Yeah, Downey.
So that would be cool if they do it that way. I mean, if it would be cool because if in Doomsday, nobody knows what Dr. Doom looks like because he wears his mask. And, if they do take the mask off, he's, deformed. But then we can throw a wrench in it, and, Peter Parker will see, he's like, oh, this is Dr. Doom. He's been fighting him with the mask on, and he's deformed. I know how he looks like. But then if Franklin fixes his face,
then he turns to Downey.
Yeah, then he turns to Downey. Then it's like, it's a different story. Then Peter's probably not going to, act right.
But yeah,
I don't know, man. This does have a lot of implications. This pretty much movie, but it doesn't tie anything to any way to the MCU. We gotta see future movies and see how they're gonna tie this in.
Yeah,
I think Doomsday. They said that they're gonna bring the Fantastic Four in Doomsday. We just gotta figure out how they're gonna do that because in this movie,
I think it's gonna start I think Doomsday. That movie's gonna start in the Fantastic Four universe, and then it's gonna go into the MCU. And then that goes into...
Well, Doomsday has to be the origin of Dr. Doom. So it's probably going to be a Doom-focused movie, for sure. Like, they're probably going to show his story.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. And how he became Dr. Doom and
maybe
stuff
in the
like
beginning scene, like, he's, like, hiking. And then,
Because there's going to be a lot of superheroes in this movie, because it's an Avenger movie. But they don't have to show a lot of them. Like, it could be, like, a few seconds of each character. Spidey swinging through a city, and then boom. Like, they don't have to show a lot. They're probably going to leave the story for Secret Wars, where there will be more battles and stuff like that. True. We'll see. I mean, that's pretty much Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
It's a 7 out of 10.
And we did not score a 4.
No, it was not a 4.
It was not a 4.
A good movie, go watch it. Definitely, it's a good watch.
Yeah.
If you have a choice between this and Superman, go check out our review of Superman right down below. We'll link it in the description. You'll see which score we gave that. We won't spoil it here, but go check that out. So we'll catch you on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Peace.